Hello and welcome. It's Bushcraft family. Excuse me. Life is dangerous these days, as they say. Now I've done so many of these types of videos and things, but I'll just put it bluntly out there that if probably 5 major things that preppers need to worry about. It's like the big threats for preppers, meaning things that can happen and whatnot for us. And yeah, it's something that we need to prepare for. Being preppers, we're supposed to prepare for these things. And some of them are kind of hard to prepare for in this list, let me tell you. The first one being the economy. Yep. Our government is, they're addicted to debt. We got Biden in office who's borrowed $6.3 trillion already. We can't even keep up with the interest on something like that. And we keep borrowing. We tell the people that we're helping this country, we're helping this, and we're helping that, when we can't even help ourselves. That being said, they keep raising the taxes and raising this, which Intel raises everything else because everybody has to pay for those taxes, so they raise everything. Inflation is so bad right now, it's ridiculous that it's went up so much in just those 4 years that he's been in office. When eggs were like 99 cents a dozen. Now it's like $5, $6, $7, $8 a dozen for an egg. Just eggs. And they're always blaming it on one thing or the other, but it's the economy. It's what it is. And it's kind of hard to, stock up on canned goods and different things. If you can afford to stock up on any meat or anything like that. When you have very little to actually live on. Our second one is civil unrest. I find it funny how when Trump became president in 2016, there were protests. Donald Trump was not my president. By the end of his term, people were complaining that and it's the same people that were complaining that he's not their president. Well, they're the same people that complain that the election wasn't true, A lot of people flipped from disliking him to loving him. Now, there has been many things that's happened throughout these last few years and elections or whatever, be it one thing or the other, people going out in the streets and peacefully protesting, turning into not so peaceful. and a lot of places burnt down. And that's one major big threat for a prepper. How do you protect yourself when, there's stuff like this going out on the street, and you can't go to the store, you can't do this, and you can't do that, and you have to worry about your house burning down or your apartment. That's a major threat for preppers right there. The next one we have, and you guessed it, I'm going to say it again, pandemics. Yep. We just went through a pandemic. Probably wasn't the best for anyone, for something that is now, the CDC says it's to be treated like the common cold. How much money was put into this? How much money was lost? How many jobs were lost? There was a lot of people that did die from this. There was a lot of people that died from colds before this. I'm not saying it wasn't a big thing or anything like this. A lot of, the country was shut down for a good bit, and it took forever to recover. Some say we haven't even recovered yet. It's still, you go to the store where it used to be big varieties of things, and we're still down to a couple different little varieties of vegetables or whatever the case may be. That's not good. I mean, we're still having trouble with a lot of supplies, medical supplies, prescriptions, hospitals are still having trouble coming up with ventilators and all the equipment that they used. Masks, we're still I'm talking about the good mask that the doctors and stuff wear. They're still in slim demand. And if another one come about, it would be bad. We wouldn't have the supplies, and we wouldn't have any of that stuff to deal with, to use and whatnot. It's something to think about. And it's like, that is something that we should actually be preparing for, is some of that stuff, because if we can't count on, the local hospitals or anything like that, we have to count on ourselves. Our next one here is, you can probably guess this is one of the things, because gun control. Most preppers own at least one. And most popular are the handguns. And you're going to hear it, the military style long guns. You all know what you've heard and everything. And some may say we're at a good point right now, but there are more and more states that are cutting down on what you can have and what you can't have, and what you can carry, and if you can see it. There's just so many laws. We got New York and, Chicago, California being the big three, that kind of starts everything off, and it dwindles to the other states. And is this where our Second Amendment ends, to where it's so much easier to control a country when they don't have ways to protect themselves, or to stand up for, things that are not right. So, that being said, that is a major threat. Major threat to preppers, for those who want to protect their families and their preps and whatnot, because the bad guys are going to have weapons, and if you're not allowed to protect yourself, you have to count on the government, and we know how that goes. And our last one here is kind of obvious. It's war. Right now, things are not so hot over in Russia, and Russia's already saying that he is at war with NATO as it is. And again, we're part of NATO. So a lot of things that we have been doing, sneaky stuff that, Biden and his wisdom of people that he's got working for him have done things that are not on the up and up, and he's been found out. And Russia doesn't like that. Putin won't stand up for that stuff. He won't roll over for it. I should put it. Not to mention, we have a lot of stuff going on with China. The stuff that's going on in the Middle East it's a powder keg as it is. Any time now, somebody could sneeze and it's wartime. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. And when that comes about, be it over there or over here, it's still bad either way. If it's over somewhere else, it'll be hard to work on your preps and hard to stock up and things like that. And if it's over here, it's a whole different ball game. We already know that at times that are hard, our own government can come in and take what they want. Not to mention the enemy that would be here. But that being said, these are some of the things that we need to think about, and I wouldn't say such as a worry, but something that we have to again prepare for. That's what the idea of being a prepper is. And with that, I'm just going to leave you at that, and you can comment down below what you think. I'm sure there's many more that I could add to this list, but I thought just keep it short and simple. Until next time, like always, God bless.